I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I've got it in me to do another PB at this stage. I was kind of on a roll, and that was pretty crushing. But TBF, I've been known to say this and then just like immediately get a PB afterwards. Although that was much earlier in these runs. 3-2 go. I guess there's one way to find out is try and see, right? Let's just try and see. Flipping sideways zigzag. Not good. Oh, get up there. Okay, that's got to be like a 106. Yeah. Yeah, this is like the third run today. I think whether it's good or not, it would be good practice to just kind of finish the run this time. So that's what I'm going to do. A little bit more low-key. Not going to zig as much. Just keeping it low-key. Okay. 2, go. Could you imagine doing a hardcore death when one death means you start and game over? That's basically the goal, you know? That's basically the goal. And then it depends how you count it, right? Some people will say, like one death doesn't matter what counts, and then you're cooked, you're done, you're cooked. As far as I'm concerned, like for example, if I'm doing any percent runs and I know that the fastest way forward is to take a death on every level, right? Then I'm going to take a death on every level, and I'm not going to count those because those are part of the run, if that makes sense, right? Short way to say it is just like, okay, yes, but unintentional death is what counts, not the fact of dying itself. That's how I count it. I mean, honestly, because one thing is just doing a deathless run, right? Like you don't die a single time. Wow, look at that! The skunk got the TNT and blew it up for me. How nice, how kind. Usually it just leaves it up for me, counting down so it can blow up in my face. That was actually a pretty lucky turn of events. But here's the deal, right? Like if I'm not on a run and I do deathless, that's honestly pretty easy. You just take your time, right? I've played this game enough, like I'm pretty confident I could do it just by taking my time. Now, if you wanna do like a speed run and not make a single mistake, I mean that's pretty much what the what the goal is, you know? I mean, yeah, ask Firebolt. Hey, by the way, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Man, I just had a really good early run today, FP. Had a really good one, but it just kind of fell apart towards the end. Them's the breaks. That's just how it is. Yeah, sorry, I disabled shouties because I don't want this to like, as much as I appreciate all you guys, I don't want this chat to just turn into like, you know, a shout out bonanza. Sometimes like you literally cannot read chat for all the fucking shout outs. I appreciate you all. If anyone here, I'd be very surprised, but if anyone here is not actually familiar with Fireball Club, go check them out. They are very entertaining and a lovely person all around. And they also stream Crash games. They are currently practicing, beefing themselves up, getting ready for a legendary run, which we call a 305. Hopefully, I'm not putting words in your mouth, Firebolt, but that is you know what you've been hinting at with all this practice time and stuff. They're gearing up for a legendary 305 run, which implies doing all 3 games of Crash back to back in 100%, which honestly blows my mind. I can't finish 1 game in 100%, let alone 3 in a row. But yeah, if you're not familiar with them, go give them a follow. They're super chill. There you go. Isn't that better? Isn't that better? You know, like I can give you an SO, or I can, you know, actually give you publicity. Which one would you prefer? I know which one I like the most. I know which one I'd go for. But yeah, just like, you know, in the interest of chat legibility and stuff like that, I really only give shout outs when we get raids and stuff like that. Or, you know, if there's like, you know, someone, I don't know, if Mr. Beast comes by here or something, like, you know, I don't know. Think about it. If Mr. Beast comes in here, I'm like either one of 2 things. Like I'm either in serious legal trouble, or, you know, I did something wrong along the way. So, you know, like, hey, just a heads up. Like, you know, if you see M Beast around here, like it's probably, don't listen to them. You know, they've been banned. They've been told multiple times not to bother me. I don't have time. I don't have time for that. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm not expecting to get a PB on this run, but it is gonna be a full run. That way, everyone gets to see the game. And as far as I'm concerned, I get to have a little bit more practice in, so it's all good. Blended the wrong Smurf. I'll say I'm still standing. Then again, you know, there's only so many Smurfs in the village. Like by process of elimination, I think you will find the right one eventually. Wink. Yeah. I'm totally a Smurf. That's why I blend them, right? Wink. Hang on, I think I missed my exit. Yeah, I did miss my exit. But that's the good thing about this last run. Like, there's no stakes involved. We can talk a little bit more. It's all good. Ah. Yeah. Excuse me, I got a cat in my throat. Yeah, Comrade's got the right idea. It can't be the wrong one if they're all meant to be blended. You know, so it's all good. It's all more meat for the grinder, eh? Comrade Keel says, just Kyle. Sorry, I keep reverting to that, Kyle. Why did you have to spell it this way? God damn it, man. as Comrade Kyle says, just had some chicken parmesan. Tasted pretty good. Man, I could go for some chicken parm. You're making me hungry. You got to do it right though. A lot of people don't do it properly, and just like you can make it dry, right? It's really easy to make chicken parm dry, but if you know what you're doing, it's one of the best things, man. I'll maintain that, like, the best recipes just like let the ingredients speak for themselves. You don't need much, mac and cheese, chicken parm, all that stuff. It just like it's like they were meant for each other. Man, with that first when that first fight of oh Lord, I can't speak. But yeah, when that first bite hit, like you hear the angel singing, you're actually in heaven. Oh my God, it's so good. Can you imagine having chicken parmesan and cheese macaroni? Oh Lord, the absolute decadence. Yeah, and ice cream for dessert. Did it in the crock pot for the cheese on top of the chicken. I used mozzarella. Good stuff. Good man. Yeah, that's how I would do it, or something similar to that. I don't have a crock pot, but like I can just kind of lightly saute it before putting it into the oven, and that also seals the meat and keeps the juices uh, flowing, as it were. Good stuff. I think too much cheese would stop you up. No, ain't no thing. Ain't no such thing as too much cheese. Yeah, if you've been to Switzerland, they do fondues over there. They will eat liters of cheese for just for the heck of it. Oh my God! If you never had fondue before, Jesus Christ, it's talk about decadence. Like you're gonna feel like if you do it right, you're gonna feel like you shouldn't have. That's how good. It's that kind of feeling. It's that kind of feeling of like, oh, I shouldn't have had that last bite of cheese, but it was so good. The regret is part of the experience. It's what makes it. It's what makes it what it is. But a 6 quart crock pot for like 25 buckos at Walmart. I mean, shit. Whatever gets you there. If it works, it works. I'm not the kind of person to turn my nose up at Walmart appliances. It gets the job done. That's all you want. Might only get the job done a certain number of times before he goes nuclear. But it's gonna get you there. Okay, let me try to actually focus. I think I'm like almost a full minute behind at this point, which is embarrassing. Yeah, this is it. This is the bad cycle. We caught the bad cycle this time around, so I'm just gonna have to live with it, I guess. I'm really not a fan of this cycle. Oh, oh God! Right there! It was right there! So close. I said I'd keep going, didn't I? So, fine. As much as it pains me, as much as it eats me on the inside, I guess we gotta keep going with this run. Fine. Whatever. It is so difficult to actually keep a run going. You get out of here. No! No! Oh, Shield Man's revenge. I was told specifically, but like, always spin this guy because he can get up your ass and just ruin your run. But then, like, I don't think I ever had him ruin my run post mortem. That's the first. That's a first. Little bastard. Get out of here. Uh, okay, just nice. Yeah, this is not about speed anymore. This is just about execution. Obviously, this level is kind of a shit show, but can still improve. About a 6 quart. How much is this? How much is 6? I don't know how your weird measurement system works. I think a quart is like. Oh, quart is like a quarter gallon, right? So 6 quarts. Wait, what the fuck is 6 quarts? So it's a gallon. It's a gallon and a half, nearly. Is that what? I don't know. I don't know imperial, and I don't know math. So this is going to be an interesting conversation. A gallon of cheese. Let's go. I don't know how much that is, but like I'm down. I'm super down for that. Okay. I swear. No, I swear. I'm gonna try now. I'm gonna actually try. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. It looks easy until it's not. That's the thing. Let's get some extra lives just to at least give me a fighting chance. Gallon of cheese. I never understood those like challenges. Like, oh, I'm gonna take a bath in macaroni, or I'm gonna make Jello tub, all that stuff, dude. Sure, fine, like do it for do it for the memes, do it for whatever, but like don't put your stinking body in there. Eat the stuff. What a waste of macaroni. I would much rather have a tub of macaroni like just ready to go than like spoil it with my stinky ass. Or at the very least, like if you're gonna do that, right? Like I mean, first of all, probably you're the only one eating. If you're bathing in it, you're the only one eating it. I'm currently typing this, sitting from a tub of macaroni. Well, there you go. There you go. Well, hopefully you took a shower beforehand, or else that macaroni is gonna get real sticky. Yeah, but I presume you would, like, in this scenario, you would bathe yourself first, right? You do like a little cleansing, a little little pre macaroni ritual, as it were. Light some incense and scrub real hard. I just kind of left my clothes and hopped in. Oh god. I mean, if you keep the socks on, then you know the cheesiness will only be enhanced. So you know that's there is that going for it. You keep the gym socks on. The gym socks stay on during the macaroni tub. Holy crap. Alright, let me actually focus on this one, because like one misstep and I'm gonna be looking at a lot of time lost. Not that there's a run to be made here anymore. Like we're like 3 minutes behind on the second boss. Like it's not gonna happen. Lost PB, let's go. Ah, come on. God, I hate those bats. I do, I hate those flying rats. I hate them with a passion. Not in real life. In real life, bats are super cute and deserve everything. Crash bats are a different breed. Stirring the bastion. No, I missed the checkpoint. Okay, okay. We do need all the boxes. Not one. I don't know what's going on over there, but I got a feeling the ball meter is gonna be put to good use today. I just get, you know, it's funny. I got this funny feeling. Okay, can you please give me a decent cycle? Just like that, it obliged. It actually did it. What the fuck? I was getting ready to complain about it, and then it was just nice. I guess. Thanks. God, my eyes are like actually glazing over. This fucking game is getting to me. Okay, that was actually kind of decent. Yeah, the previous segment is all wrong, by the way. It's more closer to 7 seconds than 19. Missed time. But yeah, still a good level, I want to say. Remember, Zelda says, remember the episode where Newman stirs Kramer's hot tub with butter? No? I think that one must have passed me by. Wait, what am I doing? I have 2 masks. I don't need to wait. Waiting's for chumps. There. Okay, 15 lives should be more than enough, I should think. Ooh, that was risky. Okay, yeah, didn't pay off. Was worth, but a little bit too risky. A lot of this game feels like advanced Frogger. You're not wrong. Especially in these sections where you're going forward and backwards and stuff. Yeah, Frogger 3D. God, imagine if Crash was a frog. Like, would it have had the same success? That's one of those eternal questions, right? Like, if you strip down a famous IP, whether it's, you know, whatever you want, like, from, you know, Lego Batman to Super Mario, right? If you start stripping down all that makes an IP what it is, like, how much can you strip away before, like, it just stops, you know, making sense, before it would just, like, not be appealing? Some things are built perfect. Right? Like, I mean, I'm not Mario simp, but, like, you know, you look at Mario's design, it's pretty neat. Right? Like, I want to say it's pretty tight. If you were to remove, you know, one button from Mario's suit, it probably wouldn't feel the same, right? Shit like the Monopoly Man, stuff like that. You know, like, it's iconic for a reason. Like, those characters are studied to the smallest detail. And then you take something like, you know, simple as Crash, right? What happens if you take off his shoes? You know, what happens if you take off his? Anyway, maybe we stop removing things, but, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, how much could you take away before you're just left with a husk? Crap. I know for sure there are Frogger GBA games. Take off Crash shoes, you say? I didn't mean it like that. You know I did not mean it like that. I've lived all my life without Crash toes. I can, you know, I can live another. Without ever really wanting to need to look at that. There are some interesting GBA Frogger games. I mean, like, how interesting can you make the IP, really? Like, it's, you know, it's a busy road and you cross it. Like, or is it more like Pac-Man? They just kind of, you know, went off on their various spin-offs with different degrees of success. Like, you can't improve. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can improve a Mario game only so much. You can improve a Crash Bandicoot only so much, or a Frogger game. But then, you know, you take something like, you know, a little bit more RPG or something more complex, right? I think the more complex the game, the less easy it is to refine the formula. But if you take something like which on its face is literally just like, you know, run forward and jump, I feel like you're gonna hit that cap pretty soon. Like, I'm gonna be honest, you know, most of the appeal for me for Crash Bandicoot, it's not the levels. It's certainly not the levels. There's a couple of them that are cool and do some interesting stuff, but most of them are just kind of like, you know, whatever. You run and you jump. You know, what appeals to me, and this would kind of carry Naughty Dog, honestly, like, even into the modern age, is they understood that about games. That games can be, you know, mechanically very compelling, or they can be simple and just, like, look gorgeous. And I feel like Naughty Dog kind of went with that theory and ran with it, right? Like, you know, the Uncharted games, all that stuff. As, you know, as cool as they look, and, like, the set pieces and the storylines and all that stuff, they're pretty cool. But, like, the games itself, themselves are like really pretty simple. Zelda asks, "Is it not worth running on the bridge rope?" I think I might have explained it once or twice, but no. Short answer, no. It's not really worth it because it prevents you from doing a lot of the movement tech. So right off the bat, that's a lot of time left. It's also pretty difficult to do it consistently. So you know that if you hang on, let me just get this thing here. It's pretty difficult to get it consistently, and if you miss, you don't lose a second or two, you just die, which means, instantly that's going to set you back by a lot. That's the second reason. The third reason, and this one really sucks, is that the you can't always trust the hitbox. Sometimes you'll be walking along the bridge, and just like an invisible wall will push you off of it. And so, for those three reasons, it becomes just like, it's too much of a hassle. You can do it, and I have done it from time to time. Like in desperation, right? I have jumped onto the rope bridge, but it's really a Hail Mary more than like an actual strat. I'm pretty sure, someone with a bit more dedication who's willing to find out where all those falling spots are and get really precise with the jumping and stuff. I'm sure someone could make it work. But so far, it doesn't seem worth it for me. Hopefully that answers your question. It's always about trading, right? You're trading time you can gain potentially for how much of a headache it actually is to do. And yeah, sometimes headache wins. Other times it's not worth it. Yeah, just gonna take the checkpoint right here, and this time I'm gonna get the right cycle. Watch me. Fucking watch me. Those bats never saw what hit him. Because they're not gonna hit me at all. There we go. That's how you do it. It's actually pretty simple. It's just that it's really easy to psych myself out, thinking, oh my god, those bats are gonna have a really nasty cycle and bite me in the ass. It's actually not that hard. Okay, here comes the second part of the skip. Shit. Fuck. Do it again. Again. Yeah. The timing's kind of screwed up on this one. You have to jump right before the platform deploys. Here we go. Let's pray for first try. Nope. Second try. All right. I think I could manage to do that a little bit faster, but not very much. Next time, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm pretty sure you can exit. Sorry, I should say you can enter the out of bounds a little easier if you also give it a little bit of a spin with the square. Fuck! What? If you give it a little bit of a spin with the square, well, shit. I guess I get a chance to try it now. And now we spin. Spin, you bastard! Spin! Oh my god, you asshole. That's on me. That's on me. I should have been focusing on just execution. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, that one was a little bit faster. It feels like that last one was faster. Dude, what the hell? Okay, this is not acceptable. Yeah, there it is. The timing has to be right, or else it doesn't work. What the actual hell? Anyway, I forgot what we were even talking about, but yeah, there it is. That's the second skip. Yo, Cynical, thanks for stopping by, man. Welcome in, welcome in. I extend my greetings to you. You kind of just caught me on the last run of the day. It's a little bit more of a low-key one. At this point, it's like just, you know, fodder for practice, and not much else. I had a really good run earlier today. I think I will. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, gang. I think I was like nearly 30 seconds ahead, like on the highest point of the something like that. Anyway, it was doing really good, and then you know, the obvious happened. But up until then, it was a pretty fun ride. What's going to happen now is we're going to bring this run to a close. We're going to, just whatever, keep going until credits. After which I'll take like, a short break, like I want to say like 10 or 15 minutes. And then depending, because I need to check on some, messages and junk. But depending on whether, we have time or not, then we're going to hop into Games Bingo. You guys get to vote for another game. And yeah, we'll do that because honestly, after this after this session, I'm kind of crashed out. I just don't want to look at Crash's stupid face anymore. I want to do something different. I know I said we'd play Crash 2, and maybe that's on the table, but like, I'd rather play something different at this point. We'll see. Then I raided and distracted him. No, you did not. Ha, please. Really, like I do want to bring. I know you're just joking, but like I really do want to bring that home. The raid was not distracting. The raid was amazing. It just put a fire in my eyes, and I was like, okay, now this has got to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like. Okay, last hit. Please, just first time he's not going for the. Good stuff. I feel that often distract him. Whether that's true or not, I think I've made it clear in the past that like if the goal of this was really just to get PBs, then I'd do it offline. I'm honestly like I'd rather get distracted, air quotes, and miss a run than like not get a chance to hang out with the all wonderful people. The hanging out supersedes the need for a PB. And then if I really want a PB, I'll just play offline. Whatever. Crap. I mean, let's be real. Like, if I didn't want to be distracted, I just wouldn't look at chat. That's simple enough. Okay, but now I actually have to not look at chat because this is getting embarrassing. Right, get the mask. Miss the mask. Okay, that's fine. We just go in raw. Please make this jump. Nice. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay, let's try and stay alive for this next section. Jesus Christ, I just saw my entire screen fill up with text. Is that cynical? Is that fucking cynical? Jesus. Ah! Not distracting. No, it's not distracting at all. Oh, that was brilliant. The timing was brilliant on that. Holy shit. Hang on. Fuck, I'm crying. Uh, okay. The tears are making the game wobbly. I can't. I'll read that at the end of this level. Holy crap. That was way funny. I think I'm still recording this. I could probably put this online. Yeah. I had a bit of a brain fart the other day. I recorded some of the Hollow Knight stream. I recorded some of the Hollow Knight stream, but then like, I don't know. I was kind of reviewing the footage and I was saying like a lot of Krongo shit. So I was like, you know what? Fuck off. We don't make this a VOD. How about we don't make this into a VOD? Hey, this might be the VOD that replaces what was going to be the Hollow Knight VOD. You better. It's really important. Oh god. I can feel those feels. I often distract the dude. Oh, okay. Hang on. I'm gonna try. And ran out of time. Okay. I read the first sentence, which was something about atoms. Fuck. Atoms of radioactive elements can split according to Albert Einstein. Mass and energy are interchangeable under certain circumstances. When atoms split, the process is called nuclear fission. In this case, a small amount of mass is converted into energy. Thus, the energy released cannot do much damage. However, several... There, to the desk, just so I could have time to read this shit. Several subatomic particles called neutrons are also emitted during this process, which neutrons will hit a radioactive element, releasing more neutrons in the process. This energy is converted into heat, which expands uncontrollably, causing an explosion. Hence, atoms do not literally explode; they generate energy that cause explosions. Ha ha ha. Well, didn't we just learn something? I certainly feel smarter. I'm feeling a little bit low on energy. No, could you give me some of that uranium, buddy? You got some of that? You got some of that stuff? I mean, at this point, why not fight into uranium? You know, why not? There's people that eat chalk. There's people that eat laundry detergent. You know, why not just take a chunk out of some uranium, man? Live a little. Oh boy, yeah, this is definitely not going to be a sub-hour. That was crazy, though. The timing was pretty crazy on that one. Okay. Nice and easy. That's good. I needed a good laugh, honestly. Like, I was... getting a bit too unfocused. Okay, I forget if I already took a death, but at this point, it doesn't matter. Not a huge deal. Oops. Oh, come on! Shit on me! What is this? This isn't a video game. This is a saw trap masquerading as a game. This is a neurosis machine. What the fuck is this? Okay. Just don't touch the red. What? I swear I'm not throwing. I've done this like literally I can't count the number of times I've done this. Which by the way, I know there's like an attempt counter on top of my splits. That attempt counter is about like, 5 times what it actually looks like because I reset the attempts every time I reset the run. I don't actually keep track of it because whatever, that doesn't matter. I'm bad at math and I'm bad at timing. But like, I swear to God, I've never. Oh my God. I've never had such a hard time with that. Seven ass minutes. Anyway, here goes. After trash, pretty much after trash is when the real stuff happens. Yeah, I'm not throwing, I'm just contemplating, like the meaning of existence. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Yeah, yeah. I'm not molding, I'm ascending, right? I'm reaching nirvana. Who knew? Who knew the way to, spiritual balance was to mold and play video games? But it's true. I understand it now. I understand everything. Okay. Enough joking around. I actually want to get this run. This level, more or less cleanly. Look at that. That was beautiful. Could not have hoped for a better cycle. I don't know how the fuck I did it. I guess we're doing this again. Yeah, the hard part about this is it's... No. That's better. That's what I fucking thought. How dare you? Thought I was cooked. Might still be cooked. Either way, like, whether the run goes through or it's a game over, like, one of them is gonna happen. Yeah, shake it off, man. Come on. There we go. Okay, first left, then right. That's my biggest mistake here. How did I mess it up this bad? No time to think about that. Pinstripe, best boss. Best boss for looking at chat and drinking water. Best boss. Every other metric, he sucks, but he's really good for a break. Alright, last hit. Fuck up at video games, reach enlightenment. And that's the way it is, man. You want to speed run, like, the highs and lows of existence. Yeah. Just play video games. Everyone knows that, like, video game stakes are real stakes. Okay. There's a shot here. Got some health back. Shit, that was supposed to be snout grip, I think. Yeah. Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? What? I'm taking so many risks. Holy shit. Jumped twice on the rope. Look at that. Fuck. Okay. I said okay way too many times. Just give me health. Yes. Like, you want to know what a no death run feels like? Just like, you know, just put yourself at 0 at the start of the run, and then don't pick up lives. Although, okay, maybe that's like unrealistic. There's gonna be a lot of moments where you kind of have to pick up lives. I don't know. You know, it could be, you know, fun to try and do it like, you know, legit no death run. I don't know how that would boil down though, because by this point I'm used to taking a death on every level to reset the cycles and stuff. So basically, it would mean like, you know, relearning from scratch at this point. Kind of scary. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Shit. Fuck. Okay, tell me I've got enough of these stupid apples for a life. Not enough. Okay. Oh, this is it. Ooh, life. Give me that. I could use one of those. Next thing you'll know, look, there's going to be a piece of grass in one of these boxes, and I'll be set. I'll be set for life. What a stupid ass mistake. Do I want that HP? It's honestly kind of hard to go. No, screw it. Too dangerous. I might regret this, but great. Give me apple. Oh my god, 2 apples short. Come on, man. Just give me a break. Okay, I guess we're making a quick stop here. I really like. This isn't about the run anymore. This is about my pride. I wanna like. I can play this game. I swear to God. I swear. Hey, I'm not speedrunning. I'm just playing. You know, there's something in my eye. My shame. A little bit of shame in my eye. Just have to rub it out. Yeah, okay, not speedrunning anymore. Yeah, which means I can actually afford to wait. Just wait. That was stupid. Just very unfortunate. then just like that, it gives me the most beautiful cycle you ever did see. Of course, of course, the game's gonna give me amazing cycles just to spite me. Okay, to be fair, that didn't last long. That was an awful cycle. That was. And now. So close to the checkpoint. Why would anyone take this box? Why would anyone take this box? That's ridiculous. What would you rather? You know, like health and safety and protection and being cared by your loved ones, or a fucking box of apples? Good lord. Don't ask what kind of apples. I can feel you guys writing. Apples. Yeah, they're Wumpa fruit, but you know, saying Wumpa fruit makes me feel like a dork, so. What the heck is this? Oh my. Wait, how do I get past this? I haven't done this. No, it's the Smurf cat. Wumpas are yummy. I have a leading theory that Wumpas are like mangoes if the skin was an inch thick and the pit was like essentially, you know, 9/8 of the fruit. I have a leading theory that if you were to grab a Wumpa fruit and bite into it, your teeth would sink like, you know, a little bit into the skin and the rest is just pit. There's actually like not that much eating on one of those. Which is you know, explains the whole slurping sound and stuff. It's not a fruit meant to be eaten. It's a fruit meant to be savored. Like an everlasting gobstopper, you know? Except it's a pit. That's my theory. That's my theory. Because of course a game as cruel as this would make the most delicious looking fruit just like not have any substance to it whatsoever. Is this Jaws of Darkness? Yes, it is. I actually despise this level. Oh, what? Oh, what? I thought I was gone. I thought I was a goner. What is this? Wumpas are yummy. Why you come in here for lunch? Smurf giving out water. What? Smurf giving out water here isn't smooth as again, for fuck's sake. I'm not gonna escape the water heater lore at this point. It's baked in. It's baked in. Shit! What the fucking rat? I got booped by a rat. Fucking Remy, man. I've told you to get out of the kitchen. No one knows what Béarnaise is. Get the fuck out of here. No rats in the kitchen. What are we gonna do? UB40 saw this. UB40 foretold this. We giving away hot water heaters? No, not to you, anyways. I'm just kidding, Killer. I'm just kidding, Killer. Of course, you get a water heater. Mushrooms get a water heater. Cynical, everyone gets a water heater. Look under your seats right now. Everyone gets a water heater. Can you imagine, like, the logistics of stuffing 1,000,000 water heaters into, like, some kind of studio or something? Like, don't get me wrong, you know, it's honestly, like, I wouldn't mind it. I think a water heater is a fine gift. It's just like, it's not exactly what you expect when you think game show, you know? Between, like, a trip to Bermuda and the newest Subaru, like, I don't know. Yeah, especially in the summer. I'm sure. You know, everyone's really missing their like. I'm sure everyone's taking real good use of their water heaters in this fucking heat wave. Yeah, it's totally relevant. Anywho, back at 8 Lives, managed to fucking claw my way back in this run from the depths of hell. I honestly, like, I'm having trouble believing it. I thought, like, you know, this run would just end and I'd finally get some peace and fucking quiet. But no such luck. No such luck. Smurf is new Oprah. Smurf always has been. Yeah. I mean, if you take the letters Smurf and rearrange them and take away the S and the M and the U, you know, it's almost spells Oprah. Get the game theorists on this one. I'm telling you, this rabbit hole goes deeper than you know. Thank you, Zelda, for the ball appreciation. Mushrooms got the right spirit. I figured I might as well. Had a little bit of time. Did someone talk about holes? It's lovely. It's wonderful, really, to see, you know, what brings the people in at this point. It's just great. Yeah. It's not, you know, talking about the history of Crash Bandicoot and speedrunning in general. It's like, no, you know, I'm not here. I'm not here for the analysis. I'm here for the water heater and the deep holes. That's, you know, priorities, man. I get you. I understand. I used to be like you. It's proven. Smurf is like 90% balls. He'll be fine. Okay, that one I can, you know, actually. That one I can actually agree with. Was that a hit? That wasn't a hit, was it? Somehow missed his giant ass forehead. There we go. Yeah. All right, time for clap. Time for a little gentle clapping. Not quite the full teabag experience. It's just like, you know, it's a little clap. What else do you want me to say? It's a little clap. No, it's not meant. It's in jest, as it were, right? We don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. We just gotta give a little tap. That's all. So, if I remember, the time to checkpoint here was about 35 seconds. It usually rounds up to 35 seconds. No, 42 seconds. Now I remember. It was 42 seconds. Okay, just gotta do this thing real here. There. Get past this little guy. Almost there. Holy shit, almost there. Oh god, I'm gonna die, aren't I? No, lucky. I got super duper lucky. You guys don't know it right here, but like I just saw my entire life flash in front of my eyes. God, was it boring. Okay. You got a chat fight? Chat fight! Chat fight! Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Well, that all depends if it's close quarters or not. Like if you're fighting inside a porta potty, I would definitely use a knife. Now, if it's like on the end of a long hallway, I think the odds aren't great. As always, it's about preparing. Preparation is easy thing. I would use the feces. Stab him with the poop. Just yeah. Oh, guys, we're almost done with this run. Honestly, I'm so done with this shit. But at the same time, I really appreciate you guys. This would not have been like half as fun without y'all. So yeah, thank you. Whoop. He's weaving and dodging. He's dodging and ducking. He's ducking and diving. Holy shit. $105? No, not a chance in hell. I am never doing 100% run of this game. It makes me want to not. Boom! There's the last hit. 105. Yeah, 105%, 105 minutes. I can see it. I can see it. It's close enough. Anywho, we survived. We survived this run, gang. Thank you all so much for the support and the encouragement, and just like being all around wonderful people. We're just gonna be taking a small short break now, and gonna put up the whatchamacallit, the games list. You guys get to choose what we do next. Hopefully you don't choose Crash, but I'm not gonna hold it against you. All right, guys, we'll BRB.